The 1960s were a remarkable decade in Britain. It was a time of elegance, wealth, and quiet confidence. London had become a global center of fashion, culture, and business. The country's roads were filled with everything from modest family cars to some of the most luxurious machines ever built. For Britain's wealthy elite, a car was far more than transport. It was a symbol of success, power, and prestige. Luxury cars from this era offered handcrafted interiors, smooth engines, and an unmatched sense of presence. These were automobiles designed for aristocrats, celebrities, and business magnates. Today, we are counting down 10 British luxury cars of the 1960s that only the rich could afford. And trust me, number 1 truly cost a fortune. Number 10 is the Jaguar Mark X. Introduced in 1961 by Jaguar, the Mark X was one of the largest and most impressive saloons Britain had ever produced. It featured a bold front grille, wide body, and graceful curves that gave it an unmistakable road presence. Under the bonnet sat a powerful 3.8-liter straight-six engine, later upgraded to a 4.2-liter version. It offered both speed and comfort, something Jaguar became famous for. People loved the Mark X because it combined luxury with performance. It felt like a limousine but drove like a sports car. That combination made it highly desirable among wealthy buyers. Number 9 is the Rover P5. The Rover P5 became one of Britain's most respected luxury saloons during the 1960s. First introduced before the decade, it truly found its identity during this era. Its design was conservative but elegant. Clean lines, a stately shape, and a refined cabin gave it a strong executive feel. The V8 version brought more power and smoother performance. Inside, passengers enjoyed wood trim, leather seats, and generous space. People admired the Rover P5 for its dignity and comfort. It became a favorite among politicians and senior officials, earning a reputation as a car of authority. Number 8 is the Daimler Sovereign. Built by Daimler, the Sovereign delivered traditional British luxury with a touch of sophistication. It shared some engineering with Jaguar, but maintained its own distinguished character. Its styling was subtle yet classy. The signature fluted grille instantly separated it from other saloons on the road. Power came from smooth six-cylinder engines that delivered refined performance. The ride quality was excellent, especially on long journeys. Buyers loved the Sovereign because it offered exclusivity. It appealed to those who wanted luxury without being too flashy. Number 7 is the Jensen CV8. The Jensen CV8 was a rare and fascinating luxury grand tourer. Produced by Jensen Motors, it stood out thanks to its unusual styling and impressive performance. It featured a fiberglass body, which was highly unusual for a luxury car at the time. Under the hood sat a massive American V8 engine. This combination gave the CV8 tremendous power. It could accelerate rapidly and cruise comfortably at high speeds. People liked the Jensen because it felt unique. It blended British craftsmanship with raw American muscle, creating something truly special. Number 6 is the Bentley T-Series. Bentley introduced the T-Series in 1965. It marked a major shift in design for the brand. Gone were the tall traditional bodies of older Bentleys. In their place came a modern, cleaner shape with elegant proportions. Underneath, the T-Series shared much of its engineering with Rolls-Royce. It featured a powerful V8 engine and advanced suspension for exceptional comfort. The cabin offered leather, polished wood, and handcrafted details everywhere. People loved the T-Series because it delivered effortless luxury. It felt refined, modern, and incredibly prestigious. Number 5 is the Bristol 409. Bristol was known for producing exclusive cars in very small numbers, and the 409 was no exception. Introduced in the mid-1960s, the Bristol 409 featured understated styling. At first glance, it looked modest, almost secretive. But beneath the elegant body sat a powerful Chrysler V8 engine. That gave the car surprising speed. It was quick, smooth, and built for long-distance touring. People admired Bristol cars because of their rarity. Owning one meant belonging to a very exclusive club. Number 4 is the Aston Martin Lagonda Rapide. Built by Aston Martin, the Lagonda Rapide was luxury mixed with sporting pedigree. Its design carried the graceful style Aston Martin was famous for. Long, sleek, and elegant, it had a commanding appearance. Power came from a 4.0-liter straight-six engine that offered strong performance. Inside, the Rapide featured luxurious leather seats and finely crafted trim. People loved it because it offered sports car spirit in a luxury saloon package. It was rare, expensive, and deeply desirable. Number 3 is the Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. When Rolls-Royce launched the Silver Shadow in 1965, it changed the luxury car world. It replaced the brand's older traditional designs with a more modern shape. The car looked lower, wider, and more contemporary. Under the bonnet sat a silky smooth V8 engine. Advanced suspension helped deliver one of the smoothest rides of its time. Inside, everything reflected craftsmanship. Rich leather, polished walnut, and thick carpets created a truly luxurious atmosphere. People adored the Silver Shadow because it represented ultimate prestige. Owning one meant reaching the top. Number 2 is the Aston Martin DB6. Introduced in 1965, the DB6 was one of Britain's most beautiful grand tourers. Its styling evolved from the famous DB5, featuring subtle aerodynamic improvements and a more spacious cabin. The powerful straight-six engine delivered excellent performance. It offered speed, refinement, and a thrilling driving experience. The DB6 became associated with celebrities and successful businessmen. People loved it because it felt glamorous. It looked stunning and delivered the kind of driving excitement few luxury cars could match. And finally, number 1 is the Rolls-Royce Phantom V. The Rolls-Royce Phantom V was the ultimate luxury car of the 1960s. Introduced in 1959 and dominant throughout the 1960s, this enormous limousine was designed for royalty, heads of state, and the ultra-wealthy. Everything about it felt grand. Its towering grille, massive body, and handcrafted interior created unmatched presence. Power came from a large V8 engine built for smooth, silent travel rather than speed. Inside, passengers enjoyed unmatched luxury. Fine wood, soft leather, and custom-built features made every car unique. This was not a car for ordinary millionaires. Even among the rich, the Phantom V stood at another level. People loved the Phantom V because it represented absolute prestige. It wasn't just expensive, it was a statement of power and status. The British luxury cars of the 1960s represented an era of craftsmanship that feels almost impossible today. These cars were built by skilled hands, using fine materials and timeless design principles. They weren't simply machines, they were symbols of wealth, elegance, and ambition. Even decades later, these magnificent cars continue to capture imaginations around the world. And that's what makes them unforgettable.